As technology advances, the cars we drive become smarter, faster, and more eco-friendly. Here are the top new vehicles to look out for in 2024. Mercedes-AMG EQE SUV. Mercedes unveiled a fully electric SUV that was the more potent AMG model, giving the 5-seater up to 671 horsepower and 500 kilowatts. The two variants each have their front fascias, while the standard EQE SUV has a closed-off grille with a star motif. AMG's face has vertical accents with a Panamericana grille-inspired appearance. The interiors of the two vehicles are similar, and both come with the brand's optional hyperscreen display. Mercedes will also provide 4 trim levels for the Mercedes-AMG EQE SUV, from the base 350 Plus to the AMG. The rear-wheel drive 350 Plus will have a single motor producing 288 horsepower, 214 kilowatts, and 417 pound-feet of torque, or 565 newton-meters of torque. Mercedes will sell the 536 horsepower or 392 kilowatts EQE 500 SUV and the dual-motor EQE 350 4MATIC. Customization will allow new Mercedes EQE owners to determine price as well as how long their vehicle can go when fully charged. Land Rover Range Rover EV. With Land Rover's brand new chassis that can accommodate gas, plug-in hybrid, or electric propulsion, the company's flagship EV model now makes an evolutionary leap into the completely electric era. Luxury SUV that is also electric is expected to bring out the best of the Range Rover's unique and recognizable design reputation. Battery range, power, and pricing are among the crucial characteristics that are important, but we anticipate the Range Rover EV to maintain the plushness and strong off-road prowess that have come to represent the brand since it was introduced to the US in 1987. An all-new chassis and new full electric powertrain will be used in the 2024 Range Rover EV. The electric vehicle will be built on the long wheelbase variant, which should allow for 3 rows of seating, just like the current gas-powered Range. A new multi-link suspension design frees up more space for the EV's battery and rear-wheel steering system by reducing the amount of room required for wheel articulation. Kia EV9. Early 2024 is when the 2024 Kia EV9 is anticipated to appear. The 2024 Kia EV9 will be built on the EV6's popularity while being a big brother SUV with 3 rows. Interestingly, there will be 5 different trim options for the EV9 with a starting price of about $55,000. When built with max options, it should have roughly 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. If you want the top potent version of this EV, those are not bad numbers for a 3-row family SUV. For Kia, it's crucial to have a family EV in the fleet as the auto industry embraces electrification more and more. That will be the 2024 Kia EV9. Depending on how the interior is set up, it will most likely have seats for 6 or 7 people as a 3-row SUV. Genesis GV70. With everything turning electric in 2024, Genesis has decided to fully electrify its premium V6 engine GV70 SUV, and many people will probably consider it as their next luxury electric SUV. If you already like how the gas-powered GV70 looks, then you'll be happy to know that not a lot has changed in its upcoming electrified version on the exterior. If you don't, well, you may want to look at it again because this masterpiece SUV stands out from the crowd. Also, you will be glad to know that the mechanical makeup of the electrified GV70 will offer just about the same feel as driving its gas-powered counterpart, which will make it easy for people transitioning from gas to electric. As for specs, you are getting a 77.5 kilowatt battery that should last around 250 to 300 miles of driving on a single charge. Also, with the dual-motor all-wheel drive version, you should be packing about 429 horsepower. With the 2024 Genesis GV70 Electric, the luxury SUV segment is going to get even more competitive. Cadillac Lyriq. By far one of the most interesting luxury electric SUVs you will ever set your eyes on, the new Lyriq is making a return in 2024 with interesting changes based on customers' feedback. The major update to the Lyriq is the new trim levels. You get a base model tech trim, a mid-range luxury trim, and at the top of the class is the new Sport. The major differences between these 3 trims are more aesthetic than functional. You may be able to go with either and still be just fine. Choreographed exterior lights, illuminated door handles, and rain-sensing wipers are the kind of features you may be missing out on if you go for the base model. Interestingly, range estimates are lower than they were in the 2023 Lyriq. Rear-wheel drive will offer about 308 miles, while you get 1 mile less on all-wheel drive at 307 miles. Performance is to be the same, with 340 horsepower on the single-motor rear-wheel drive and 500 horsepower on the dual-motor all-wheel drive variant. The 2023 model did not disappoint in performance, especially for a vehicle this size in the SUV class, and we expect more of the same from the new Lyriq. Good news is that the base level still starts at around $59,000. Mazda CX-90. This 2024 Mazda SUV is built on a new platform with all-wheel drive AWD as standard equipment and electrifies optional powertrains. It's bigger inside and out. The 2024 CX-90 is described as a breakthrough vehicle in its sector by Mazda. The brand new SUV promises a rewarding driving experience. It delivers high style and materials like the company's other cars and SUVs. Mazda has been attempting to rebrand itself as a luxury brand for many years. The new 2024 CX-90, however, ought to offer a solid base on which the manufacturer can build a transition into an entry luxury area, more so than prior attempts. It should arrive in 11 trims and allow 7-seat configuration. Mazda claims up to 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque on a steady diet of premium fuel. The new Mazda CX-90 will have an 8-speed automatic gearbox, making it very fun to drive while you fit your whole family in it. Toyota Grand Highlander. As the 2024 Grand Highlander arrives, get ready for a significant makeover. It's designed to expand your vision of the Highlander lineup. It will be a bigger SUV with greater room for passengers and cargo, which the standard Toyota Highlander sorely lacks. The new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander is larger than the regular Highlander. This new model is 6.5 inches longer, 2.3 inches wider, 2 inches taller, and has 4 extra inches of wheelbase. This brings the total to nearly 116 inches. This also puts the Grand Highlander in a position between the full-size Sequoia and the regular Highlander in the Toyota SUV lineup. The base powertrain is shared with the regular Highlander and is a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine attached to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This model delivers 265 horsepower and can be had with either FWD or AWD. The top powertrain is a new Hybrid Max with a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine with an electric motor to offer 362 horsepower. This top powertrain should allow this new SUV to reach 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds and tow up to 5,000 pounds. Hyundai Ioniq 7. The 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 7, an all-electric SUV resembling the 3-row Hyundai Palisade, is the new electric car Hyundai plans to use as a trigger for deep market penetration. This vehicle will have a seating capacity of 7 or 8. The Hyundai Ioniq 7 model is one of the 3 new electric vehicles the company has already committed to releasing in the following years. There's no official word on the vehicle's release, although 3 trim levels might be anticipated. Because the company is concentrating on producing a vehicle that has a driving range of 300 miles minimum, it's anticipated that this vehicle will feature a huge usable capacity battery, and a 350 kilowatt fast charger will be included. Pretty decent performance, but for a much cheaper price. BMW X5M. Almost everyone BMW will be getting a makeover in 2024, and the latest BMW X5M is not missing out on the trend. BMW has been quite on and off with its design language over the last few years. However, things seem to have taken shape with the X5M. Apart from the new color options, you're getting a sharper exterior, a more refined nose, extra lighting features, and a new wheel design. The interior also gets a more upscale design that is topped off with a new touchscreen infotainment display that takes up half of the dashboard. All of the X5M's variant options have collapsed into the top competition trim. This simply means that all features are now standard. There's now a 48-volt hybrid component attached to the twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 engine that the SUV carries under the hood. Nonetheless, you're still getting 617 horsepower from the 2024 X5M. Acura ZDX. This is clearly Acura's first major attempt to join the EV movement. However, expectations are already high for the 2024 Acura ZDX. There's been some chatter about the 2024 ZDX sharing the same platform with the Cadillac Lyriq. While that might come as a shock, it should not distract you from the bigger picture. The Cadillac Lyriq is a pretty amazing ride, and if that's anything to go by, then we may be getting the 2024 ZDX with around 500 horsepower at its most powerful stage. Acura has not yet stated what the battery capacity will be. Nevertheless, the 2024 Acura ZDX may be getting the same 102 kWh battery from the Lyriq. So we're also looking forward to the range in the 300 mile per charge region. The 2024 ZDX is expected to retail at about $60,000 to $70,000 for its base model, and we're looking forward to how that turns out in production. Audi Q6 e-tron. The Q6 e-tron is Audi's latest all-new electric SUV that is truly a performance and design masterpiece. Audi has been quite busy when it comes to electric vehicles, and it looks like they are taking the fight one step further with the new Q6 e-tron. So far, the design of the test units that have been spotted reveal its unique design language that Audi has built for this particular vehicle. Furthermore, Audi has confirmed that its Q6 e-tron will carry a massive 800-volt electrical system. It will also have two design variations. One regular crossover SUV shape and a sloped back version that gives a more sporty vibe. Judging by the number attached to the name, this should be a middle ground from what the Q4 and Q8 e-tron offer. Ferrari Purosangue. We never imagined that the day would come when a Ferrari SUV would exist. Still, after a high-performance sports car and a string of highly profitable releases, the Italian company has finally given in to the relentless market pressure and created the 2024 Ferrari Purosangue. Just imagine, this SUV has a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine. The pinnacle of Ferrari is a screaming 715 horsepower and the company's iconic red-painted valve colors. Ferrari claims that the Purosangue's powerful 528 pound-feet of torque will enable it to hit 62 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds and reach a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Because the Purosangue boasts a promising-sounding standard adaptive suspension, we're keen to see how it handles. The technology exerts stress on the dampers to prevent body roll during turning movements. Surprisingly, the SUV has a small electric motor at each corner. The Purosangue can also hunker down during difficult driving by stepping down its ride height by 0.4 inches because it doesn't need conventional anti-roll bars. One thing's for sure, that it will be more expensive than that Lamborghini Urus you see everywhere now. Chrysler Airflow. Chrysler may not be the most consistent car brand in the world, but they are trying to switch up this narrative with an all-new entry. The Airflow EV concept was already revealed, but what we have right now looks like the vehicle that is closer to the production model. The Airflow will have the option of dual motors fitted on the front and rear wheels. Each of these motors will have about 201 horsepower. This already sounds exciting, and I look forward to seeing how Chrysler optimizes the drive to get the best out of these powerful electric motors. The brand has already mentioned that this SUV is getting a 118 kWh battery pack that gets you around 400 miles of range, which is a pretty good number and also in the range of some of the longest lasting EVs already in the market. There are a ton of futuristic features in the interior of the Airflow, and if they are able to get anywhere close to this concept model, we've got an almost sci-fi looking EV on our hands. Jeep Wagoneer EV. The all-new electric 2024 Wagoneer will be one of two electric SUVs offered in the North American market. We are getting a possible range of 400 miles per charge, a 600 horsepower output, allowing the electrified SUV to accelerate from 0 to 60 in around 3.5 seconds. The launch of the Jeep Wagoneer EV marks a significant turning point for the off-road brand, which anticipates that by 2030, EV sales will account for 50% of total sales in the United States. Despite being Jeep's first fully electric vehicle, the 2024 Wagoneer EV will take design cues from the company's current gasoline-powered vehicles and combine them with EV-like elements, like a grille that lights up. The Wagoneer EV has a futuristic appearance thanks to this fusion of contemporary and classic-style features while still looking like a Jeep. Lincoln Star. As usual, Lincoln is presenting one of the best looking SUV designs you will ever see, but this time it's fully electric. The jaw-dropping new electric SUV called Lincoln Star is designed as a futuristic self-driving SUV with fully electric dashboard and infotainment screens. Apart from the fact that it looks like an SUV that was imported from outer space on the outside, the interior concept is about as amazing as it can get. From the full-width display that covers the dashboard to the well-carved front seat and bucket seats at the back. There may also be an expensive beverage chiller, crystal touches, and trim pieces in rose gold. While there's a high chance that a lot of these may be excluded from the production unit, it would be great to see what would be left in it. The Lincoln Star is expected to arrive in 2024 as a 2025 model, and we already know that it'll be available in the options of either rear-wheel or all-wheel drive with an estimated price tag of $70,000.